The House Representative Committee on Reformatory Institutions has called for urgent action and upgrade of infrastructure across Nigeria's correctional centers to address the challenges of overcrowding, security, and other important concerns. Chairman and members of the committee, Honorable Chinedu Oga, made the call during a courtesy visit to the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, in Abuja on Friday. He expressed optimism about the reforms currently being implemented in correctional facilities, particularly in addressing overcrowding and poor feeding conditions. Rep. Ogad said the committee had assessed various ongoing initiatives within the correctional system and found a compelling need for accelerated infrastructural development to support the reforms. He informed the minister that the visit was part of effort to enhance legislative oversight and ensure that government policies reflect international best practices. The committee chairman commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the minister for their commitment to correct overstanding issues, custodial infrastructure, and inmate welfare. He further noted that the Tinubu administration's Renewed Hope agenda was beginning to take roots in the rehabilitation of reformatory institutions. According to him, his efforts have led to improved international perception of Nigeria's correctional system due to noticeable upgrades to facilities and increased support for inmate rehabilitation. The lawmaker also applauded President Tinubu for appointing reform-oriented officials such as Tunji Ojo and the Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila, saying that their experience and focus on execution have brought credibility to the performance of the Interior Ministry.
Excellency, we still have to appreciate you for the approval of relocation of so many correction services in the country, Enugu, Lagos, Owerri, and so many others, which, based on the memo you submitted to the Mr. President, that lead to Mr. President for relocation of this. I want to bring your attention that correction service in the amendment of Constitution 99 as amended have empowered each of the governors of each of the states to construct, build, and integrate. And so many of these governors have indicated interest because you're a good leader that give everybody fair hearing. We urge this office to facilitate making sure that relocation of those correction services are done. Your Excellency, there is so much abandoned project, especially this 3,000 capacity across each of the 6 geopolitical zones. Some of them have gotten into 90%, some of them 80%, some of them 40%. Your Excellency, correction service is a cardinal to Nigerian security. If most of these inmates that are being retrained and integrated to the society by giving them hope, it will reduce crime in this country. We urge you to put more of your effort. You have done so much in immigration, you have done so much in fire service, you have done so much in civil defense. Today, Nigeria is in a digital world, courtesy of Honorable Minister. Observed during our oversight visit in congestion centers are, to say least, historically embarrassing to the world status of our great country. Your Excellency, our dear Minister, we are aware for all your contribution for the payment of fine for almost about 4,000 inmates who have today have already been benefited and been integrated to the society. We are all aware for several interventions that you have already helped the correction service to achieve by so many of all these our correction service across the country. But we still ask, when you look, you find that 1,125,000 cannot feed a dog. How much more a human being? We urge you as a man that knows and wear the shoe that knows where it pitches to still further and put more effort. That memo you have put up, you still have to push it to the president to approve the feeding of the inmate up to 3,000 per day.
In his response, the minister Olubunmi Tunji Ojo said the transformation of Nigeria's correctional system was being driven by data and strategy rather than sentiment. According to him, decisions regarding the siting of new custodial centers must be informed by population data and security considerations, not politics, pointing out that contrary to public belief, some correctional facilities are operating below maximum capacity. According to him, project location and funding should be strictly based on national need and security concerns, saying that the federal government's goal goes beyond the congestion. He informed the committee that quality upgrades are on the way, citing the Kuje Correctional Center as a model facility where medical surgeries have been conducted successfully due to the availability of modern equipment and a fully functional medical laboratory. The minister further informed that President Tinubu had also approved an increase in the daily feeding allowance for inmates as part of broader effort to restore dignity and ensure genuine rehabilitation. He also added that thousands of inmates are now enrolled in vocational and life skill programs, marking a shift from punitive incarceration to reformation and integration. On the issue of security, Tunji Odo stressed the importance of proper location for custodial facilities. He called on the lawmakers to continue supporting legislation that would promote non-custodial sentencing options, encourage collaboration between federal and state government, and provide funding for the strategic development of new facilities. The minister also informed the committee that recruitment had commenced into several key agencies under his ministry, including the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS), Federal Fire Service, and the Nigerian Correctional Service. He said the online portal for applications is now open to eligible Nigerians.
Because when you look at it, behind the hill is Express.
Yeah.
So behind the hill is Express. And the hill, security-wise, that's an elevated position. Yes. Unless you own it, which we do not own as we speak. So it means that bandits, terrorists can be on top of the, and when your security down will be at risk.
Yes.
Because that's from an elevated position. Yes. I mean, you are a security person. You know what I'm talking about, Deputy Army. You cannot go and put within, it's like a valley.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, you know. So we have hill here, and the adjoining what they call communities. Before, even if there's anything, before there can be response, there can be backup. You are detached completely. You can't do that. So security-wise, because our responsibility is safe custody. So it means that safe consideration of security and safety has to be my first consideration. So if you want me to go and put 3,000 inmates within a valley, when I can be attacked from here, and all they need to do is to park vehicle on the road. Once whatever they climb, they go. How do I mean, so it's not just about me rushing to complete projects. I must look at the value, the security consideration of some of these projects. And the key issue here that we must understand is we have over 81,000 inmates as we speak. Over 81,000 inmates as we speak. About 67% of these inmates, that's 2/3, they are awaited trial inmates. Close to over 80% are state offenders. So, in us talking about the congestion, there are debates we must have as a people, and the Attorney General is already working so hard on that, to look at non-custodial measures within the Correctional Service Act of 2019. And let us critically analyze it and see what we need to do. Maybe for non-violent awaited trials, you can give them non-custodial. For example, you arrest somebody for drink or whatever. So far it's non-violent, people like that, you understand, there can be other measures. But of course, the Office of the Attorney General is working hard with the Solicitor General. I can tell you they're working around the clock as we speak too, because this government of renewed hope is about giving hope even to the most hopeless. That's what we're here for. And we're not shying away from this. And also do not forget, we inherited 256 correctional centers. The question we need to ask ourselves, do we really need 256 correctional centers? We must ask ourselves this question, because you are a lawmaker. That's why I'm putting this to you. Because as much as we might have ideas must fall within the right place, within the law.
The lawmakers pledged their continued support for the ministry and reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring that Nigeria's correctional system meets international standards. Baba Sunday, Eagles FM News.